free big brother slimmer. 2019 got cold with the gym. New bitch, she don't got no manners. She know I've been drinking, come fuck with the scammers. Tim Allen, how I walk with the hammer.
We were listening to your music before this and like talking about it, and you were saying like what I hear a lot from you is like instrumentally stuff that sounds a little bit more like West Coast and like stuff you would hear at a party too.
Yeah.
But obviously you're from the East Coast, so like that's gonna like affect your vocal inflection, just the way that your cadence when you rap and sing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's all a mixture. Like the music I make now is a mixture of just like everything I've ever done, and unintentionally as well. You know, it's just kind of when I make a song, there's no way that like something I made 5 years ago wasn't like subtly in there. You know, I don't know how it happens, but it happens. You know, like that's the part of being an artist. You go through these phases, and everything you do is just you know ends up being what you become. You know.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're making the best music of your life right now?
Yeah, for sure, by far. But not even just like vibe wise, but just mechanically even, you know, I just feel like I hit different pockets more, and you know, my pronunciation's better, and you know, it's not so hook verse. Like my music was always very like generally like the blueprint for what like a hit should be, but now I'm having more fun with it, like putting a random string section somewhere, like a random breakdown, and like creating these moments. I feel like that's what you should do as an artist, is create a moment in a song where people can like be like, oh no, this part's coming. You know, when you're playing your song or a song for a friend, you're like, oh, wait for this part. You know, I needed that. You know, there was no that. It was all good, but it was just, there was no
there weren't like those like moments as much.
Yeah, you know, and I'm inspired by a lot of my friends too that do that, you know, and that's another thing that helped out. You know, every single one of my friends in LA, you know, is out there trying to make it happen for themselves in one way or another, you know, in entertainment, you know, whether it's acting or singing or rapping or art, you know, and we're all kind of on grind mode, and it's very inspiring, you know, just being around these cool people that want to make it happen as much as me in that field, you know. So
yeah. Was there any moment in LA, like a party or particular artist you like worked with or saw perform, that just like increased your sense of urgency to like step up what you were making or try something new?
Yeah, I mean, just going to my friends' concerts, you know, even bros like my bro Tommy. When I first seen him live, I was like, this bro's insane. I already knew he was insane, you know, but like, I mean, he knows that, you know, he's goated, bro. And he just, you know, that live performance is everything, you know, just being up there and being like a star in your own right, you know, and knowing it is everything. And just kind of just like losing control almost up there, you know. That's where, you know, my shows 3, 4, 5 years ago were very calm. Like, I would still jump off stage, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't like, this guy's a madman, you know. And now when I go up there, you know, it's funny because I'm nervous. I always get nervous. Like 30 minutes before, I gotta like sit down. Whenever I go up, I'm like, I gotta sit, I gotta chill, you know. And then like as soon as I get up there, like I don't know what's gonna happen.
You like black out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, I'll just start screaming. You know what I mean? Be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what's good?
Yeah.
And just start running around up there. It's a good time. It's a great time.
So when on the stage were you kind of like felt like a lot more comfortable? Like when you were performing early on, were you just like overly nervous? Like you said you were a lot more chill. So did you think that was like more of like a boring approach to it and fans needed more and you had to switch it up, or did you just get more comfortable and start going crazy?
I just think it wasn't, I was always me, but I wasn't who I was meant to be. You know, I was just in the process of becoming what I was meant to be. So, and I still am, and we all are, you know, always building. But yeah, at that point, you know, it just wasn't it wasn't nowhere near a finished product. I feel like, you know, I was still going through the motions, and you know, putting myself out in front of people that didn't know me was crazy. You know, I'm blessed enough now where if I do a show in LA, like I got a lot of people there that know me. I mean, I was doing shows out here in front of strangers, bro, and like whether, you know, you make amazing music or not, that's gonna be a weird feeling.
Yeah.
You know, I've done shows in front of 2 people. You know, that's even weirder because you're just looking at these 2 people like, what's up? You know, and you don't even know them, and you're like, what's up, guys? And I'm supposed to go crazy up there. Like, it's just crazy. But, you know, now in LA, and hopefully soon, you know, I mean, that'd be great. That'd be crazy. But hopefully soon elsewhere in the country, you know, I do a show and, you know, there's going to be more than 5 people that know me, hopefully. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I could do something where it's like a showcase or something, but I don't really do those. I try to keep my concerts like, you know, I don't want to do too many. I want to make them special, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was going to ask where you think like a lot of people are finding your music the most right now. Is it like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, or
Yeah, man.
Spotify?
I got to shout out to the Tok, man. I gotta. That shit is a beautiful thing, strange thing. It's a love-hate relationship with that app.
Yeah.
You know, as a consumer, I love it. But using it for business is tough. Sometimes it's draining, you know, having to post on there all the time. You know, but it's funny. On my birthday, 2022, I sat down and I had some weird wake-up call because all of a sudden I'm 23. And I've been doing this for 7 years, 7 years at that point. And I'm like, bro, it's time. I sat down. I just like recorded like 10 TikToks. I don't know what I was doing, you know, and I just posted it for like 3 months, every day, 3 times, and got nothing. And it was just like, cool. And then I'm going to keep doing it, whatever. What do I got to lose?
Yeah.
You know, TikTok can't hurt anybody, you know. It can only help you in a sense. So, and then, yeah, I had one just kind of do pretty good. And I was like, oh, shit. And then I kept going. And, like, yeah, my own world went crazy on there. Crazy, not like U.S. top 50 crazy, but it went underground crazy, you know, where, you know, thank God it's my first song to hit 1 million plays, you know, finally.
Was that kind of just like, at what point in your life was that? That was 2022?
That was 2022. Yeah. So, you know,
did you
almost
find
2
a
years
certain
ago.
strategy that like hit for it specifically? Have you been trying to
I was just myself, bro. There's no blueprint in this music shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and on TikTok, you know, that was the reason I didn't post on there because I thought it was cringe as hell. But then I seen, you know, underground artists doing it, and I'm like, this isn't cringe at all. Actually, they're just playing their music and standing there, maybe dancing a bit and saying, "This is my music. Hope you like it," or just saying something, you know, like made this last night. I don't know, something, you know, created a new genre was a big one. And obviously, like, I'm smart enough to know, like, they're, like, a lot of artists were joking. You know, they say, created a new genre.
Right.
You know, people got mad and shit, you know. I'm like, bro, he's obviously just trying to promote his music. You know, like, some of them would be like, created new genre, rap. People are like, you didn't create rap. Like, yeah, I think he knows that, bro. Like, it's just so
the engagement strategy.
So dumbasses like you comment, but
yeah, that's just running it up.
But we love those guys, you know. It's good for the, you know, the engagement.
Facts.
But yeah, I mean, TikTok is definitely where a lot of people find my music. I would hope by now it's more word of mouth. I feel like that's still like the strongest way.
Yeah.
Like, you know, my dream scenario of people finding my music is like some bro in the car, like, yo, y'all got to hear this shit. I feel like that's how you should share music, you know. But obviously, social media, you know. I like when my friends post music on their story because I go check it out, you know, because I trust their taste and I'm always looking for new music.
When people post their like Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year, do you actually look at those shits?
Yeah, Spotify Wrapped is one of my favorite days because it's like a holiday at this point. Because like people should have off school for Spotify Wrapped. It'd be good for this country. I feel like, you know, we had off school and everyone just kind of like
literally
went and found new music. That should be a holiday because I feel like everyone's brain would progress more if you found 20 new songs today, more than like sitting in school. Probably, music does something to the brain. You know, if you found 20 new songs that you liked today, that's a pretty productive day because those songs are gonna change.
Be a very productive day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always like when my friends post those shits, I always watch them. But it must feel special as an artist though, seeing like a couple people that like got you in their top 5, or like even as they're like number 1 most listened to artist.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's definitely crazy. It's another love-hate relationship thing because it's so crazy and I appreciate those guys. But at the same time, like every time I get like, bro, this Spotify Wrapped was just today that they were recording this.
Yeah.
You know, it's my first time having like more than 1 million streams in a year, which is, you know, a crazy number that I've always dreamed of. And now that I've gotten it, though, I opened it up. I opened it this morning and it was at like, I think it was like 3.7 million this year. And I was like, damn. Come on, I thought I had 4. You know, like I just thought I wanted 4. You know, it's funny. It's as an artist, you always want more, or at least if if you're like me, you always want more. You know, whereas then you have to step back and be like, hold up, this is insane. that I even have this number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Social media makes you kind of like micro look at things or kind of like dumb things down a little bit because everybody's shit is kind of out there. But when you look at like growth from year to year, just on like a personal level,
Yeah.
it has to be like a great accomplishment for you in terms of like
Yeah.
where you think you're going.
I just feel like as an artist, like the only way to do this successfully is to kind of just like take it day by day and don't worry about shit. Like every year at the end of the year, like through like 2017, 18, I'd say be like, this is my year, this is my year, this is my year.
Yeah.
Upcoming year, and like artists do that all the time. And I'm just like, it might be.
Yeah.
I don't know. If it's not, then hopefully it's the next year. I'm just gonna keep doing it. So is it gonna happen? Like it's gonna. I don't know when, but I'm done being like, oh, this is gonna be a huge, like, yeah, it's gonna be a cool year next year. I have a lot of cool things planned. I can't wait to do it. But at the same time, it's bad for your mental state as an artist to just be like
Like if
to
you
try to
think this
predict
I
the
feel like
future.
that's the thing with any creative thing. Is like you can only try to make a good song or like make a good video, a good podcast. You can't be like, this one is the one. This shit's going viral.
Yeah, bro.
Sometimes it does, but like if you get in a trap of trying to create for that, that's just gonna fuck you up.
Hey man, you can only do what you do, and do it as good as you can.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
all you can do, and that's all they should ask you for.
I want to like dive into your music a bit more too. And I'm just like interested in terms of like your creative process because I find like I agree like that it's definitely more of like outside sunny days type sound, but like I'm really interested in terms of like how you just like make your choruses and stuff like that because they're
Right.
like really insanely catchy for a lot of people, but they also seem like they're very like meant to be in the song. It's not like
Yeah.
the traditional like I don't know like in the early 2000s like if it's like a Rihanna and like Kanye West song, it's like Rihanna chorus, boom, 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 and like rap
Yeah.
verse, rap verse, rap verse. And yours
Yeah.
seem a lot more like more flowy and like
Yeah,
up
it's
there.
alternative. It's alternative. It's Sunset Moshpit. It's a good time, and if you see it live, it's gonna be a mosh pit. But when you listen to it outside of the concert, you listen to it in your car alone, you're like, oh shit, like this is super chill. It's so strange, where I have a song that you could really just smoke with your friends to and hang out, but it's the same song you can go mosh pit to it, and that's where I kind of came up with Sunset Moshpit. Sounds like a mosh pit under the sunset. Like it's not too crazy, but it could be crazy, but it could be chill. We all could be hugging each other. I don't know. Like it's whatever you want it to be, And it's music that can make you feel 20 different things at once, and I feel like that's evoking emotion is the goal, and whatever emotion it is, that's up to you. It's not up to me. I just make it. If you want to feel sad to it, then that makes sense. If you want to get crazy to it, that makes sense too. Obviously, there's songs that are more crazy. There's songs that are more sad.
Yeah.
But generally, the music that I put out this year is pretty, up to you, which is cool. I think it's super cool.
I see you've just been pumping out singles too. Has that kind of just been the strategy for a while now? It seems like a lot of people are kind of on that same wave just because like audiences now just have really short attention spans. And as an artist, it's hard to promote a full album when you could just like go single to single.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like the wave you're on right now still?
Yeah, it's hard, it's hard as a artist to do these projects that are what do you call it? You do these 10-song projects, and just like promotion wise, it's just super tough to promote every single song, And I'm not gonna let like that strategic promotion thing like ruin the art. Like I'm going to do a project eventually, but that being said, you lose a song. I did an album like 3 years ago, and nothing went crazy, but like at least like the ones I promoted, I could tell like the ones that I didn't get the love they deserved just didn't do what they should have done.
And you feel like those would have been, if you released them as a single, more people would have fucked with it, or at least would have gave it a chance.
Yeah, I think so. But the cool thing about projects is that, things make sense more. Like this song, I wouldn't drop it as a single. It'd kind of be like, what is bro doing? But if you put it like track 6 after a hype song, and it's kind of like a transition song, like,
Yeah.
it makes more sense and it's cooler, and that's just kind of what it is, what it's meant to be. So, it's all interesting, man. I just kind of going with the flow with the singles. I just thought consistency was number one for me. Like my number one goal is to be consistent this year.
Yeah.
And when I look back at it, I didn't even do as much as I wanted to do, and I get kind of upset. and that's just, my devil on my shoulder, because I did do a lot of shit this year and I worked really hard, but it's really just 7 songs, bro. It was every 5 weeks, except for a couple months, but
Yeah. Do you have videos for all of them?
I did a video for every song this year.
Such a good strategy, bro.
Thanks,
And I
man.
fuck with your videos too. I can tell, like, I feel like you watch a lot of film.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like a film nerd.
Yeah.
I mean, I am at heart,
Film
but
bro.
like, I wish I was. I am, but I don't like watch tons of movies. But like, I appreciate them. And like now, like weirdly, after hanging out with like film people, I'll be like watching a movie. I'm like, is this 60 frames per second? Like I'll just say some nerd ass shit like that, and I'm like, whoa.
60 frames per second music videos are tough as fuck. Like especially when it's like an older video, so then the frame rate changes. Like, you ever see like?
I'm not really a huge 60 frame guy myself, but obviously like it's a thing for a reason. I mean, the right setting, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's just a little smooth for me. I feel like 24 frames is golden.
I feel like it works though in a, like, with a scene where it looks like it shouldn't be 60 frames per second. That makes sense. Like with old footage, because it's just so so glossy. It's like, why is this like 90s music video moving so fast?
Yeah. No,
know what I mean?
like it's artistically in the right setting. It's perfect.
But yeah, do you watch a lot of vampire movies or any?
Bro, I just watched Dracula last night for the first time.
Fire. Like
the
the
first
OG?
time. Yeah, I've seen the OG shit, like clips. I haven't seen like the 1931 like OG vamp one.
Because I like in your last video, like how you had like the title cards like they had like in silent movies.
Well, yeah, that one was like an ode. So I did my research for sure, like Nosferatu and all that fun stuff, But yeah, we actually tried to do like, I think we did 24, but we tried to do like a little less. I don't know if we ended up doing it, but just like as an ode to like the old films. But that was like what the black and white was for. I don't think we could have went less than 24 because we still want to make it like modern.
Yeah.
But we did the black and white as an ode, and obviously I was a whole ass vampire, so that was a great video.
How much sway do your friends have on like the music videos you make? Do you kind of like lay out all the ideas and they'll be like, are these the best ones? But what do y'all think? Or like, do some ideas for whole videos come from your friends too, or what?
I'll never say it's just me, 'cause it's never just me. It takes a village. A lot of the ideas stem from, I'll usually come to the director with like some sort of idea, but it's a team thing. We write it up together. And they do so much work, bro. I'm grateful for them, bro. Like, without like the crew, there's no video, bro. And that's facts. And I didn't know that till this year, because usually I'll just run around with a camera.
Yeah.
We run around outside, and those videos are great too, obviously. But like for the cinematic shits, like you got like the lighting, bro, like going crazy, going in, like he cares.
I mean, it seems like you've definitely just like started just like trending upwards, even in terms of streams and views and going crazy. Like when it's like quality really just like went up and up and up with those things.
Yeah,
is that like one thing you definitely suggest to people is like invest in like quality shit?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we didn't even have high budgets, bro. I have talented ass friends, Like the directors I worked with this year were Elise, Shots, Julio, and my bro Kai. I had another homie, South Carolina, that helped me out, BG. So, that one was a little more calm, but it was still curated. That was like a last second video. But yeah, we were able to stretch the dollar because of like people that just believed in the shit and wanted to work with us because, it's good music, it's good creativity, it's great ideas, So, you just gotta do what you can do, bro. There's no like right way to do it, It's hard. It's hard to do it, but a lot of it is just coming from our creative brains, because you can give $2,000 to Schmuck, and he's just gonna make the same shit, But like we were able to take $2,000 and make that, So, it's all about just like really like how are you gonna make this happen, And that's a grind, and we did it. I mean, for the cousin video, bro, that cave video, like we hiked in the middle of the night, bro.
I figured.
We hiked in the middle of the night, like 10:30 p.m. We were hiking to this cave in Calabasas. It was dark as hell, bro. You couldn't see in front of you. We just had these flashlights, and it was like a 2-mile hike or some shit. And then the cave was like a climb, like a real rock climb. And halfway through the hike, bro, we got surrounded by like a pack, like 20 coyotes, bro.
Holy fuck.
We got surrounded. So we're out there with these flashlights, bro. 20 coyotes just like howling at us, bro. And we're just like, nah, this might be it. This might be it. I mean, we're not gonna get the video. First thing on my mind is like, video's done.
I was about to say.
You know, I'm not thinking about my life. I'm thinking, well, this video, bro.
I thought
This
you were
was a
about
great
to
video.
say this is gonna be the shot. Like I need to.
There was no shot, bro. It was dark. You couldn't see in front. You couldn't see in front
What do you
of
think
you.
they would do if you just like put the fucking light like
You
right in
couldn't
a
see.
pack
They
of
were
coyotes?
in
I'm
the
not doing
they
that,
were in the
bro.
grass, bro. Like they knew what they were doing. They were like, we were in the valley, so like
You're in their spot.
they were up there, you know, just looking down on us, and
Yeah.
I'm like, this is it, bros. I mean, this might be it. We're not gonna get this video, you know. And we started barking. 6 of us, 7, whatever it was, just barking. And they ran away, bro. They got scared of us, cause like, you know, 6,
That's what you
7
gotta
dudes,
do, right? Yeah.
just like really loudly barking. They really scared them off, bro. They ran. I was like, no way.
If
We
you
ran
act
into the
scared, they're
cave.
gonna think you pray, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
I mean, out there, it's, you know, it's survival of the fittest for real. You know, like, am I about to back down to this pack of coyotes, or am I about to show them what's up? Because 1 coyote, 2 coyotes, bro, they're small and they're not that scary at all. You know, I've seen coyotes. You know, they're like, they're not small, but they're not huge.
Yeah.
But like, you got 20 of them. You know, what are you gonna do?
They probably just bite.
You know, that's
hard as
3
fuck.
ahead.
Yeah.
I'm not Jon Snow. Like, what am I supposed to do in that situation? You
Yeah.
know,
I feel
fight
like
3
personally-
coyotes, hungry. When they're hungry,
You said me personally.
are they hungry? When's the last time they ate? I don't know. Did they eat this morning? We might be fine. Have they not eaten in 3 days? Who knows? It's the desert, you know? They might have just had a rabbit. They're like, yo, there's humans out here at night. There's no humans there at night, ever, you know? They're like, yo, we just hit the jackpot. I'm like, not today. No, you didn't.
Facts. That'll be
You know?
good eats for them.
Yeah,
Me personally, I'm not.
that was
going
so
down to a
crazy. But that's a
coyote.
sacrifice to be made. That's how you stretch the dollar. So it's like, how are you going to make this happen, you know? Are you going to hike in the middle of the night, or you're not? You know, that's just like an example specific to the video, but, you know.
Yeah.
It's all in the
That's good
creative, bro. It's all in like the people willing to do it, you know?
Yeah, I feel like even like money's money for people, but like at the end of the day, the outcome's going to be the best from someone that wants to work on the project rather
course.
than like someone that's getting paid. Like money is an influence to things,
Yeah.
but like I feel like you can generally tell like if people want the final product to like really
Bro,
be good.
I'm grateful
It's like
for
a
all
matter.
the people I work with, because at least like, you know, the people who really, you know, built it from the scratch, like the videos and stuff, like no one's really making, you know, we're not out here banking on the
Yeah.
shit, you know, not yet at least, you know. It's more of like yo, we know where this can go, and we're just gonna grind right now, and we'll enjoy the fruits of our labor when the time comes. And
Yeah,
that's
it's a
where-
beautiful
Yeah.
thing when you
Yeah.
can just like trust in people and be like, if they go up, they're helping me out, and then they
Yeah, I
go
mean,
up,
I work with my
helping
homies,
me
so
out.
you know, I'm not gonna. I mean, if I blew it tomorrow, I wouldn't switch up, get new homies. You know, we all
Literally.
are gonna, you know, eat, as they say. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, let's take it back a little bit. Like when you were growing up, what type of shit did you like to do as a kid? Like, was it music all the time, or were you into a lot of different things?
Nah, I wish it was music all the time. I mean, I was always into music. You know, my grandma was a musician, so was my mother. So I was always around it.
What they play, or like they sing, or
Yeah, my grandmother was a jazz musician. Actually, she used to perform like in the village, like Lower East Side, like all the time.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
so
when?
I was
Like what era?
This is like, you know, the early, you know, 2000s. The
Okay.
2000s, late 2000s. So I was just there at like 9, 10, like every weekend, bro.
Yeah.
At the jazz club, you know. So I was into that, and then my mother was a singer, so you know, I got the musical gene, but I played sports growing up. I actually quit piano like an idiot to play sports, because I was like, no, I'm not trying to play piano.
Bro, that's one thing I wish I would love to do right now. Like if I knew how to play piano at my age right now.
My mother said
I
I
would love
regret
to.
it, and I regret it. She's
That'd be
never
good.
wrong.
That's like
What sport you traded for
good
though?
skill.
I played baseball, I played football, I played basketball. Those are like the 3 sports
Yeah,
I
main
did.
3.
So it was like football's fall, basketball's winter, baseball's spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same.
Was
Summer.
lacrosse big too up where you from? Or?
Lacrosse was alright. You know, I'm not really a lacrosse guy, bro. I don't know
Nah, we
about
played the
lacrosse.
same shit. Like I played
Yeah, I played the same 3.
Yeah.
football, baseball in high school and shit like that.
Yeah, lacrosse is just like, it's big in a sense, but yeah, nah. We
Yeah.
wasn't.
Did you go to public school in New Jersey?
Yeah. I went to Indian Hills. It was like a Oakland High School.
Yeah.
Great time.
Was
Great
there
time.
anybody else making music in your high school?
Yeah, I mean, me and like a couple of my friends, we would just rap. We had like a little group, and we just made music all the time. It was fun, you know. Actually, one of the bros, his name's Azar, was like who I started making music with for real, and he He went to the same high school as me. We actually weren't even cool. Not that we had any beef, but we didn't know each other like that in high school. It was after high school. He was out of high school and I was still in high school. He's 2 years older than me, and or 3 years older than me. So we just started coming up together, and now he is killing it in his own right. He doesn't make as many hip hop beats anymore, but he's doing he has like a rock band and they're going insane. So it's dope to see that too, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, you never know what tomorrow holds, bro. You just kind of do this music shit, and God knows what type of music you're gonna make next year.
Yeah.
But you just do it and see where it takes you, and you'll eventually, crawl into the skin that you were meant to be under.
Yeah,
So,
I feel like in music specifically, like we've talked to a lot of artists, and it's really the difference between like people that never quit, and there's a lot of people that just like stopped after a year or two.
Yeah.
Because it just
it's
didn't
tough, bro.
fit.
I don't blame anybody for stopping at all. It's tough, bro. Like 2019, 2020, like I was doing less numbers, like way less numbers than I had done previously. Not that it was ever like huge, but it was just on a decline, and that takes a tough person to see something on a decline when, all your friends specifically are like, going to college and doing cool things and partying and, talking about jobs. It takes a tough dude to like stick that out and say, nah, I'm going to keep doing this.
Did you have people like telling you need to get a job, go to school type shit?
I mean, nobody in my immediate circle.
No one important.
Nobody important, They all knew what it was, that I wasn't going to do that anyway, and that this was me. And, I've always had supportive friends and fam, so,
That's great.
there was even a point where I was so down bad, like, mentally, where I was like, I think it's time for me to go back to school, bro. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but, I wasn't going to stop making music ever because I just can't, but I was like, I don't know, like, I need a plan B. My dad was like, no. And he's like a super school dude,
Yeah.
But he just knew, like, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro. This shit, this life is up and down, and so I never had unsupportive people around me, so that was super cool. Yeah, man, that was the high school days, though.
What year do you graduate high school?
2017.
Oh shit, yeah, same with us. So like after high school, you just were focused on the music, like.
Yeah, I didn't even go to college, but I didn't even apply. I was so locked in.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is what I'm doing. And I feel like I missed out in a sense, I was like, during the time, I was like, damn, I'm gonna lose a little bit. I was like, damn, like, I wish I could be in college right now for sure. I thought it'd be fun as hell. But I just knew what was my path was this. And it all worked out because, God knows where I'd be if I went. Maybe I would have like blew up in a college scene and been some big rapper by now, but I love where I'm at. So
It's interesting too, though, like, because you were talking about like your environment, like impacting the music, the type of music that you make. Like, if you went to school, like, you think you'd be, would you be making like frat rap or some shit?
Yeah, probably, bro. That's why I'm happy because, like, I don't know if I'd ever be a frat kid, like, quote unquote. Not that I have anything against them. A lot of my friends went to frats and stuff, but if I might have. I don't know. I definitely would have been because I was such an idiot. As a kid, as we all were. I probably would have like went to a party and been like, oh, I gotta keep going to these parties. Because I was locked in, bro. There was no parties. I stayed home. I was in the studio Friday night, Saturday night. That was it. So that kept me focused. I still went and stepped outside. I moved to Jersey City during my sophomore year, what would have been of college, just to be near New York, and try the New York shit, And bro, to this day, bro, we're all still figuring it out. I hate talking back on like these times, like I have it all figured out, because I don't. Yeah. We're all figuring it out, bro. I'm blessed to be in a position where like I can reflect on it and be like, damn, like thank God I'm where I'm at. But hopefully in 2-3 years I look at this and I'm like, talking about this era,
Facts.
like, oh, I was working, I was trying hard, because I am.
Yeah.
So it's cool to reflect and all, but I always want to make that clear that, like, we're all just out here, bro, just doing the thing, trying to become what we're supposed to be, So, yeah, man.
Do you ever see yourself moving out of LA, or you think that's really your
Yeah,
spot,
I'm a Jersey boy, bro. This is where I'm meant to be. I need to be in New York at some point, bro. Maybe like late 20s.
You stay like at your house that you grew up in, like when you come home to
Yeah,
visit?
yeah. I don't have a bedroom anymore. They took that shit.
They really?
They moved that shit. Bro. My aunt moved in. My great aunt She took my childhood bedroom. So I'm
funny.
like, damn.
My like sister pretty much just turned my room into like a walk-in
Yeah.
closet.
Yeah.
And she's in school now, so
Yeah, so I crashed there, of course. I miss my fam, you know, it's nice to see him. I'm not gonna like stay elsewhere.
yeah.
You know, but I'm on like couch surfing in my own crib is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, damn. Doesn't hit the same. But you know, it is what it is, you know. I chose to move out. And great aunt's gotta live somewhere, so taking care of her. But yeah, man, staying there. Still out here in New York though. It's not far, bro. It's, you know, 30 minutes outside New York, so
Yeah. I mean, being this close to it growing up, like, you've always wanted to live that New York life of, like,
Yeah.
being an artist.
I
that's,
lived
like,
in
living
Jersey
New York.
City, bro. It was like a New York life, except I
Jersey
would
City is
Yeah.
fire.
yeah, I mean, I would just go home at night. I would be here all the time.
Yeah.
I went like, all right, I skipped going to college. I was still taking classes for a minute, you know, online and
Yeah.
shit, like trying to like, just to like, I wanted to keep I was that type of guy who just wanted to do a business class because I thought, why wouldn't this help me? I was always part-time, but I did do like music business, you know, anthropology I did. You know, I was like into it, you know, weirdly, you know, English, you know, I just liked that shit weirdly, you know, and I thought, you know, it wasn't ever a plan B, but I was just doing it. But I went to Manhattan Community for a minute. I went there for like a year. So I was in Jersey City taking the PATH train to Manhattan Community College just so I could like get out of
Where is
class
that?
and be like in
Manhattan
the city.
Community.
It's right here, bro. Oh, it's
Okay.
it's in Fide.
Okay, word,
Financial
yeah.
district. It's right next to the World Trade.
Cool, yeah.
So,
I work around there now. Not in finance, but I work for another podcast.
Oh, dope.
But yeah, a couple of my homies live in Jersey City, so I'm always going down to like the
It's right there, bro.
the World Trade Center
10-minute
stop.
train.
And,
It's
yeah,
nothing.
right there.
It's one stop. So, yeah, I mean, I was doing it, but it wasn't the full experience. Like, I need to live out here for sure. And then settle down back in Jersey for sure, you know. I mean, I love LA. And every time I go back, I'm like, damn. The thought of, like, leaving gets a little harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I've built a life out
I've
there.
never been to Los Angeles in my life.
It's a cool spot, man. I can't really complain about it. I mean, it's a beautiful spot. And I'm not living some LA lifestyle, that's for sure. I live in a small apartment right now trying to, you know, my studio's, like, in the kitchen because it's so small. But I got a song coming out soon. I'll talk about it. But
fire.
yeah. But yeah, it's LA still. So, you know, I just love the music scene out there and just everything, the good vibes. I do love it here, though. I need to be here eventually, bro.
So did you
And-
record Cousin and everything in that kitchen?
Yeah. I mean, I go to studios too,
Yeah.
for sure. But I never pay for a studio. Like if like someone invites me to a studio, like I'll pull up,
Yeah.
or like if we get one for free off the love, like I'll go. But I'm not going to pay for a studio. Like I'll just record in the kitchen, bro. It's fine. I made
Yeah.
everything in there.
Do you like? Can your ear notice, like, oh, this was recorded in a nice studio. This was
No.
all right one. This was a
No
kitchen.
better studio is better than my studio. For whatever reason, I don't know if my ear's trained, but I'm thoroughly convinced like I have the best. I don't know what it is. I think my microphone into my specific interface, which is like the cheapest one, you know, and the cheapest mic, and it's in my mix is just gold. That's what I do. So whatever you hear is mostly that. I would say I haven't put out a song. I've put out 2 songs that I've recorded elsewhere in my life.
Wow.
And it's both this year. It was Try Me and it was Front Door.
So
And you guys can't hear it,
Interesting.
and they sound fine because I mixed them to sound like it. But like,
yeah.
when I heard that shit, I was like, I hate this mix. I just
Really?
hated it, bro. And I still hear it to this day, and it's fine now. I'm like used to it.
I don't know. I feel
But-
like when I listen to Front Door, it's not like.
Oh, it's great. It sounds
Yeah.
fine, you know, but because I mixed it, I mix all my music. But yeah, no, I was like, damn, I wish I recorded this at home. There's times I record shit in the studio, I'll go back home and re-record it.
Do you like to record alone, or would you have
I don't
homies,
mind it.
collaborators pull up to the kitchen?
No, I don't mind it. I used to only want to record alone, but I don't mind it now. The only thing is that I write. So a lot of artists will just like pull up and just like start. They'll lay their verse down to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And like that's way easier. I'd be like, yeah, I gotta like write this shit. But I write quick, you know, it take me 10, 15, 20 minutes. But that's the only one weird thing. I don't like when there's like strangers in the room though. Like if the homies pull up, even like a homie of a homie who's like an artist, like, and they understand the process, it's fine. Like I'm not trying to record in front of like homies who are just there to have a good time
Yeah.
that I don't really know. Friends of friends of friends, you know? I'm like, bro, this is I'm not gonna say like, oh, this is sacred space, man. You know, I'm not gonna say that, but like, I'm trying to get this work done, bro, you know, and I don't want, like, to think in the back of my mind if this guy likes it. You know, like...
Well, bro, so it's like a lot... You pulled up alone, which is cool. A lot of people will pull up with, like, just that one manager or, like, one friend. Yeah. But then there's some artists that'll come with, like, 20 dudes. And it's like, all right, now this is fucking Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you know, I usually I would have pulled up with a homie or two today, but I just kind of came, you know, I was just running around. And, but yeah, I never pulled up deep like that, bro. I'm just not, you know, I got a lot of friends. I mean, not to sound like I'm saying I have a lot of friends, but I have good friends, you know. Yeah. But I'm not pulling up to, like, work things with 20 people. Like, for what? Don't y'all got shit to do? What are you here for me for? You know, just to hear me talk? You'll hear this shit. It's going to come out. You know, like, shouldn't you be in the studio, bro? Like, I'm doing this for you. True. You know, like, what are you doing here? You know, so, but, you know, obviously we go out. We step outside. We're, you know, 20 deep, you know. That's fun. Yeah. That's fun time, you know.
You be going out in LA like that? Like, club scenes?
I like to party. I like to go out. Well, that's one of the things about LA. Shit,
or did it
I mean, I've always liked to... I don't really drink as much as I used to anymore.
Just do other shit.
As of, like, the second half of this year, I'd say, like, I've really calmed it down. Not that I was ever, like, drinking heavy, but, like, just, like... It's not about drinking. It used to be about drinking, like going out and partying. Like, it's just more about, like, going out and experiencing new things, like looking at it differently, being in a new place, getting inspiration from it, meeting new people.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's cool to me. And in LA, and as it is in New York, you know, similar vibes. You know, going out as an artist is work in a sense, you know, especially in LA where, like, everybody, like in New York, there's so many different types of people. And same in LA, but it's a lot of it's way more entertainment oriented. Like, even if you work in business in LA, chances are it's entertainment business.
Yeah.
Even if you, like, do or work at a laundromat, chances are you do laundry for every studio. You know, it's just all intertwined out there. So, you know, you meet somebody and it could, not that it happens all the time, but it could be something cool to help you out. You know, I've met people out that, you know, I met Elise and them out. You know, she shoots all my music videos now. You know, like, or not all of them, but, you know, she shot a bunch of them.
Yeah, yeah.
So
like,
that's
I met,
that's what happens.
No, it wasn't a party, it was a concert. But, like, I met, like, Jacob, like, said, or, like, linked us up with you too, like, just at a concert type shit and being outside.
Right, just being outside, man, breathing fresh air, going outside and just being yourself in a public setting. You know,
what are your favorite clubs in LA? Not that I would know any of them. I'm clip mining right now.
My favorite clubs in LA, I'd say, are I don't go clubbing, bro.
Just one.
I don't go.
Not club, like club, bar, whatever, wherever you like to go.
Yeah, are you more of like a
music venue?
I'm a bar
anything?
guy, bro. I chill. You know, we go out. There's this spot. I don't want to sound like a TikTok or anything. I don't know if it's like a TikTok. I mean, I know it's popular, but there's a spot called 4100 in LA. I live right next door, so like, not next door, but I walk there, bro. So it's like that's the spot. We go, we shoot pool, we hang around, we meet people. It's in Silver Lake. That's a spot I'm at a lot. You know, obviously it's because I live next door, but it's a great spot. I don't go clubbing, bro. I mean, I would, and I've done it a bunch of times, but a lot of things, it's either a bar or a show. I'll go to a concert, I'll go to an underground thing, I'll go to an event. Like somebody's throwing their own event, like a rented out venue or warehouse, you know.
That's
what
I
go to
like
the after
to
sometimes,
too.
you know, that's fun. Like something that starts.
Yeah. I mean, my
like
favorite shit is always a house party, I feel like. Or afters.
Yeah.
Like, most people, like myself included, like, don't really have enough space to have, like, a whole banger, but, like...
Yeah, I mean, afters being, like, in LA, like, afters are, like, there's, like, downtown, they have these warehouses.
Yeah.
And they throw, like, these raves damn near, like, late night.
Yeah.
So, like, from, like, 2 to 6 a.m. And, you gotta pay like $30 to get in. It's kind of whack, but they're banking on, I guess, drunk people being like, "Oh, I don't give a fuck." You know? I always give a fuck, but you know, that's a good time. You know, we go outside, but even just like, like I said, go to play pool. You know, go bowling, whatever the hell it is. Like, just I like to be out of the crib a lot. That's why I make a lot of my music in the winter, because not as much is going on. You know, so I can kind of lock in more. It's kind of cold out. Not in LA, it doesn't get real cold, but it's not like you can go to the beach and stuff. I'm a beach dude, you know, I'll be at the beach, you know. So in the summer, if it's really nice out, I'm like, yo, I gotta be outside, bro. I need to get this
Yeah.
vitamin C. Like, I need to be out. Like,
Yeah.
so, like, I'll be in the studio. Like, I'll go at late night, but in the winter, I could kind of lock in all day,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. So do you feel like you weren't like crazy productive this summer, but
I was crazy productive because I put out all that shit and we
Yeah.
shot all those videos. But yeah, studio wise, no. Well, I don't have AC in my crib, bro. That works at least. So I record in the crib.
Yeah.
So like I really can't record during the summer. Kind of ass. Like I gotta go to a studio, and like obviously that happens less often than being able to just sit down whenever you want and record.
Yeah.
So that's the grind. Hopefully we watch this video, be like, I got AC now, you know, one day. But yeah, that's my grind right now. There's no AC, there's no heat. So like late night LA gets pretty cold, you know. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, damn, it's freezing. I like to sleep in the cold, but waking up
Yeah.
in the cold, you're like, I mean, it's freezing. You're like, oh, shit, let me throw a sock on.
When you're out and about in LA, is it really like NPC culture? Like, does it seem like a lot of people are just like not themselves?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. I know there's like all these things like LA's fake, LA's this. I'm like, bro, there's idiots everywhere, bro. You know, like
fake
I'm just
people in
kind of
New York.
out.
That's
There's,
true.
There's
I'm
a lot
just,
of fake people in the Midwest and the South, whatever.
there's fake people everywhere. There's cool people everywhere. Everyone's got this idea of what everywhere is, but they've never been anywhere. So they just been on Twitter. So it's like, of course, bro. You go to LA, there's gonna be like weirdos running around. You know,
Yeah.
there's also gonna be cool ass people running around. I'm only around cool people, so I don't really, you know. But I'm not a hater either. So if there's like weirdos minding themselves in the corner, I'm just like, okay, cool, weirdos. You know, like whatever. I don't know. You know, they're allowed to live. You know, so I don't enjoy some fakeness, but like I said, that's everywhere, bro. I mean, you're gonna get it more in entertainment than anything,
Yeah.
but that's just what it is, bro.
When you moved to LA, did you know anybody?
I knew my homie Nate, 1050, studio producer, but he lived in the valley, like deep, like an hour out. So, you know, that's one. I knew my homie Jimmy Jupiter, shout out to the guy, who they lived in San Gabriel, which again was maybe like 45 minutes out. But I used to go there a lot, but yeah. And then I had a homie, I would say, I always like forget that I knew him, that he lived out there, because I always thought he was in New York, but my homie Andy Iaz actually lives in Hollywood. But I didn't really get to start connecting with him till like months in, because like I just, for whatever reason, I just like always thought he wasn't, you know, there. But, so yeah, I mean, those two that doesn't even count really as LA, the city. I mean, they would say it does, and it does, like, technically. But LA's so big that, like, where I was at, the neighborhood I was in, bro, I didn't even know the bro I moved in with. We ended up being cool dude, but, like, that day I moved in, I only met him once.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know the guy, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, that was that, you know? And it was during COVID, so, like, there wasn't even shit to do.
Yeah.
It was just so crazy. I kind of sat down on my couch the first night, and I was like, holy shit, you know? But I never got like a nervous feeling though. I was so I was ready. I was just like, I just took a deep breath, bro, you know?
Yeah. So in terms of like what you're doing now, are you planning on dropping another single before the end of the year?
Probably not, bro. Probably I mean, there's only 1 month left.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll do a song at the end of the year, but I will say that starting right at the top of the year, like, we're coming in guns blazing, bro, for sure. It's time.
Yeah.
It's time. And like I said, I look back on this year and it's super tight, what I did, but in the grand scheme, like, putting out songs wise, like, I want to do way more.
Yeah.
And I will do way more. So yeah, it's I just feel like being consistent, and as an independent artist, like, there's no other way to do it than just like put out your shit and promote the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And don't cringe at yourself, you know, don't, you know, have any pride. You just be on people's necks, bro. Be like, this is me. And never be like, never be like, yo, you need to fuck with this. You need to fuck with this. That's not the way, bro. It's like, this is me. If you fuck with it, cool. You know, if you don't fuck with it, then cool. You know, that's fine. And that's always how I've done this shit. You know, I kind of just put it out. I love this shit. That's when I started making the music that, like, I love to make and not cater to, like, what people thought was cool.
I was about to say, I think the big piece of the puzzle is that a lot of people aren't like putting out themselves.
Yeah, I mean,
They're, like,
and it's
taking
hard.
influences.
And it's hard not to do it because you see all this shit working and you want to blow up, but like that's not the way, bro. I sat down and I said, you know what? I'm gonna make this song that I think is great. I don't know who's gonna like it. Someone's gonna like it. I'm gonna put it out, and if you like it, then cool. I'm sure people will. I'm sure there's plenty of people like me because I don't think I'm that weird. Weird, but I'm not that weird. So it's like, if you don't like it, bro, that's fine, bro. There's millions of cool artists, bro. Go check them out. Like you're gonna like something. You don't gotta like my shit. The whole like putting out shit and being like, you need to fuck with this. Why don't my friends fuck with me? Oh, strangers show me more love than my friends.
That's
like,
true.
Yeah.
That makes sense though. Like I don't expect any of my like
Bro, your
friends
friends
to
are
really
your
watch
friends,
this.
bro. Your friends
Like,
are your friends, not your fans.
Yeah, they're friends because they like hanging out with you.
Yeah, they're your friends because they fuck with you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, don't like turn your back on them because they don't repost your song.
Like
That was a mentality I had as a kid. Because it's hard not to feel that way, because you think their story repost is gonna really change shit and help the algorithm, which like in a sense it does, and you would at least expect a good friend to do it. So I get it.
It should from
But
sometimes,
you don't need that.
If they
And
fuck
some
with
people,
it, they should.
but
Yeah.
some people just don't even post. Like we as artists, we post a lot, so we just think like,
Yeah.
oh, it's normal. But like some people haven't. You go to your like best friends' pages and post it to 2018. It's like,
Yeah.
what is bro's repost gonna do for you, bro?
Yeah.
Focus on like the 7 billion other people on Earth, bro, because like you don't need that, bro, and you don't want to lose. Last thing you want to be is like that. That dude who's just losing friends and losing himself over this ego trip. Like just put out your shit, bro. If you like it, someone's gonna like it. If you're yourself.
Literally.
If you're trying to be somebody else. And the thing is, with people trying to be someone else, they don't notice it. They don't know they're trying to be somebody else. They think it's themselves. So you can't blame them. You're just kind of going through the motion as an artist and finding yourself.
You could tell though, like just by the way that they carry themselves or talk about it, you could kind of tell.
Yeah, you can tell, but most of those dudes are kids.
That's true.
Yeah.
And these kids are just kids at the end of the day, just like I was.
True, yeah.
And you're a kid, bro. Like you don't even know who you are. You don't have that. You don't have that answer. I don't even know who I am still.
I was
I
about
have
to
a
say
way
that
better
about
idea.
myself. Yeah.
I have a way better idea. But like, you can't blame these kids for just at 15, 16, and be like, oh, he's just trying to be Lil Yachty or some shit. Like, yeah, he is. Like, he's probably looking up to the bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and that'll if they just don't give up and they keep going, they'll find it. Just like most people do if they don't give up. A lot of these people blowing up lately, I feel like they're like late 20s.
For sure.
It's not like there's no like back in 2016 it was cool to be like 16 and up.
Yeah.
I feel like that shit's dead now. So
It's
there's
just
no
a
there's
lot
no age.
harder. Like.
Yeah,
and-
it's
Yeah.
harder, bro. This shit's supposed to be hard.
Maybe it's because we were 16 in 2016. Now we're reaching our late 20s.
Yeah.
Mindset.
Well, the
change.
mindset, the mindset.
Nah, but I agree with
it
you,
does. It does change, but there's no. It's a fact that in 2016
There was a huge
it was
wave
all
of kids. Yeah.
and that was cool, and it's still. There's nothing wrong with being 16 and trying to blow up, but that's not the way this shit's meant to be. You're not supposed to be 16 and famous. People do it all the time, and a lot of people handle it well, but like that shit is tough. So
that was
like,
just a huge SoundCloud era thing, though. Like
Yeah.
the way that music was, like it was just in a change.
because it was like kids could
Because
just
it was
post
like-
now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was 17 and I had a song go up. That's how like this shit kind of kickstarted for me. A long
I think
time
the
ago
music
now,
industry
but
was a little different at the time too. Like it wasn't like it was definitely in between the era of like not Spotify, but SoundCloud being more organic, and then the giants that would like actually sell real records like changed it up, and
Yeah.
then streaming took off. So I mean like, but now it's like fixated more towards people that have real organic followings, so people that are like getting those first like thousands of people that are actually streaming their shit.
Yeah.
And that's people that have been working since they were like 17.
right. Nah, I agree, bro. So it's just it's all process, bro. It's dope. But yeah, man,
When do you kind of start your music video process? Like when you have a finished song,
bro.
or does
Like
it like start earlier?
as soon as like I'm making a song that needs a video, I know it. Like before the song's even done, I'm out here like looking up like places. Like if I have
Locations?
like looking up like if I think about this song needs to be shot in a cave, I'm looking up a cave. The verse is not even laid down. Like the ones that really like get those cinematic videos, like I have those shits in my head the second I'm writing the shit. Most of them at least. So I've never struggled thinking of a music video idea for something that needs a music video.
Yeah.
Try Me I struggled with, actually, because that's not a song that's meant to have some crazy cinematic video, and I thought it was. So I'm thinking of one. I'm trying to think of one. And I'm like, you know what? This video doesn't need that. It needs me and my friends just hanging out, trying new things. I thought that'd be a cool idea, simple, not crazy, not a crazy ass concept, and we shot it on film, which made it more artistic. And yeah, that's all that really needed. You know, it wasn't no like huge idea there. I was that was where I had a problem, like with that song. I was just kept on thinking. I'm like, damn, bro, it took me 2 weeks to think of that. Me and the director Kai were just going back and forth for a minute trying to think of something, and we, you know, that was the end result, which is perfect, you know. So sometimes I could say like you know, you have a little block, but for the ones that really like are like those big videos, bro, I know them right. While I'm recording the song, I'm thinking about the video. The video actually inspires it. Like Cousin, I came up with the vampire shit by the end of the first verse. So the second verse wasn't even recorded yet. So now I have this vampire shit in my head for the second verse because I haven't even laid this shit down yet. The song's not even done. So now in the second verse, if you go back and listen, you can hear vampire references. There's none in the first verse because I didn't think of it yet. I thought of it by the second hook. And now in the second verse, I say like, you know, smell like blood in this pit. And I say like, I think I say another vampire bar. And then in the end, I just go, wow, like a vampire.
Yeah.
Because I had the idea in my head.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's a
I don't
cool
think
process.
anybody would have noticed that though. Like if they weren't a part of that process.
Yeah, I mean, the final product, like you get it, like what I'm doing with the song, but they don't know that, like I thought of the video, you know, halfway through making the song. You know, I probably did that with, you know, Front Door, no, but I Should Be With You, yeah. The second I laid that down too, I knew I needed to be that first verse, like turn around, look at the camera, have it come out of a TV, bro. I already knew that. That was like the shot.
Yeah.
Bro, this needs something to come out of the TV and just turn at this girl looking at it. And it needs to be 80s and 70s inspired. So, yeah, bro. I mean, that's that. Yeah.
Do you consume other creatives' work? Like, watch other people that aren't your friends? Like other music videos?
Yeah, I
other
mean, I'm
artists you stream?
super inspired by, you know, ASAP Rocky's videos. I mean, that bro's insane. You know, the whole OG.
He is some of the best music videos ever. I mean, people like...
If not, I think he has the best, but that's just me. Even like Playboy Cardi shit, like early on. Like, Tyler, you know, I know they're like bros, so obviously they feed off each other and, you know, inspire each other. Like Tyler's videos, you know, like cinematic videos I'm very inspired by. There's this dude named Ants Alive from London. I think it's definitely, it's the UK. And bro is just so crazy. His videos are insane. Like they're my favorite videos right now. And yeah, that's definitely like I mean, he made the first video I saw of him was after I already did my first cinematic one, but I saw that and I was like, see, this is what I'm fucking talking about.
That's fine.
Like this cinematic shit is the way, you know. And he goes crazy with his visuals. Who else? I mean, so many people, bro. I mean, I love Yachty's videos as of late.
Yeah, he's been going crazy.
Like with the color schemes and everything, and
him and
Strike. The Strike video is insane. You know, just great shots. Even, you know, even if it's not a story, like it's just a sick shot, beautiful shot. You know, the whole Concrete Boys thing they got going. They all have dope visuals. So, and swag, and just, you know, it's like, yo, we're cool.
Do you have a specific A$AP Rocky music video that you like more than others?
Yeah. I think it's Babushka Boy.
Yeah.
I think it's that video.
Is that one? That's
with
one
the,
of the
with
like
the, with the
the
cops.
passing ones, the cars and shit, and the like dummies.
No.
Or no?
No, it's not it. It's with these cops.
Yeah. I don't know how to explain it.
It's directed by this woman named Natalie Cohen, and she's a super big inspo. My homie Elise actually put me on to the fact that I've seen the video, but yeah. And I mean, she's amazing. You know, That's definitely one that stands out to me. Like that's obviously a big budget video.
Yeah.
But his visuals go all the way back to like LSD and shit. Like I remember the
Yeah.
first time I seen that as a kid.
Or even when he
like,
blew up, it was like Peso and like Purple
Bro,
Spice.
Peso
video
Peso wasn't cinematically crazy.
Well,
but
no, but
Peso was the
Peso's-
first music video that I saw from Rocky.
but it was just
and
cool
like-
shots.
yeah, it's just
though.
cool.
Like it was.
They're just cool dudes, you know.
Yeah.
It's
like
it's
things you
cool
could-
to
people you
see
could look up
like
to.
with a director, like if it's a movie director or an artist, like musical artist, how they can do things at different budget levels.
Yeah.
Like that's just like a creative person like that
Yeah.
can make it work with like $20, or if you give them a couple milli budget, they're not gonna waste it.
Yeah. Or Tyler's video. It's called I Fucking Hate You, IFHY, I think.
Yeah.
Growing up, I mean, I would watch that video on loop. I mean, I was just in awe of that video. And I used to just run that shit back. And I'm like, I need a video like this one day. I still need a video like that one day, but we're getting closer.
Yeah.
You know, better than the videos I was doing in my school, in my high school, you know, with the iPhone.
I liked Fashion Kill a lot. I was into fashion growing up so much.
Yeah.
So like the Fashion Kill video with him and Rihanna was super fire. And like even like back then, like that song for me was like one of my favorite songs ever.
Yeah.
Because like at that part where he's going to like we're naming like all of the designers ever.
Yeah.
Like I knew every single one of those designers by heart. So like he was really speaking my language when he was like writing that song, and I thought that music video was just sick too. Like when it came with Rihanna,
Yeah, he
and
doesn't
I
miss.
just
He
like
doesn't
put that
miss.
one out there.
He doesn't miss, bro. Yeah, he doesn't miss.
And then Tyler, I don't know. I'm not like I like Tyler, but I've always like listened to Rocky way more.
Tyler videos have always been crazy though. But yeah, I remember like I used to watch like when Mac was making like Kids and like
Yeah,
Best
his-
Day Ever, like all his
That's
stuff would
true.
just be like really run and gun, like
Max video.
DIY stuff. But then
Yeah,
it
then
just
it
got
got
crazy as he got bigger and like the budgets got bigger.
Yeah, there's the one of him in the coffin. All
Um,
filming.
yeah,
But there's
Oh,
also this one.
self care.
Self care.
There's also this one where he's like, I'm blank on the name right now, but he was a like a businessman, and
I think.
it was based off the movie like Pleasantville or some shit. Like it was,
Oh, Truman Show.
yeah, the Truman Show or something
Or,
like that. Is that
or
the
maybe
name?
it was Pleasantville or both.
It might have been, no,
Pleasantville's
it
cool,
was
too.
Truman Show.
Is
You're
it
right. Yeah.
brand name?
Yeah, brand name.
Yeah, it's just fire.
I used to watch that shit all the time.
Yeah. You ever
I've
seen
seen-
like the Star Room or Avian video? It's like from like watching movies with
I
the
have.
sound
Yeah.
sound
I
off
haven't seen
days.
that one.
I feel like you would fuck
I
with
mean,
those.
maybe I've seen it,
Yeah.
but off the
You've
top.
gotten Mac Milson comparisons in your comments.
all the time, bro, for no damn reason. I mean, I love
White
Mac.
rapper shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it is, bro. Jack Harlow, I get all the time.
Really?
Yeah,
all right,
Eminem.
like the
I've gotten Eminem. I'm like, bro, what?
Did you listen to Eminem growing
The
up
Mac
at all?
one, certain songs I could
course.
hear. Jack Harlow, Eminem, I would not come to mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's just because the white rapper thing. I mean, it's cool. Mac Miller, I could see because like we both use jazzy stuff.
Yeah.
And people say we even look alike, in a weird way. I don't see it,
don't
but
see
like
that.
people say it all the time, bro. And I'm like, I mean, that's cool. He's not a bad.
Some
looking
people
guy.
might just like when they like
Yeah, I
isolate
think
Mac
they-
vocals and compare it to yours, it might
Yeah.
just like change the way you look at you.
I don't know, bro. I'm just out here doing me.
Yeah.
Like whatever people want to say. But I don't hate that comparison. So Mac Miller's obviously a goat.
Do you
so-
hate Eminem comparisons?
I mean, I don't get many of them, you know. But people say this shit. I think they're just trying to bust my balls or some shit. But I mean, Eminem's a goat. You know, I'm not. You know, I kind of just want to leave it at that with Eminem. But yeah, he's obviously a goat.
What were you really listening to when you were growing up? Was it heavy rap?
Yeah, heavy rap. I would only listen to rap music growing up. Only Lil Wayne, bro. I was on a Lil Wayne tear.
That's what I listened to.
Just only Lil Wayne, bro.
We used to have like Lil Wayne.
I have
and
Lil Wayne
Kanye
tatted on me,
arguments.
bro.
Really?
His
What?
eyes. I mean, it's like 4 layers deep in this brick ass New York, but,
Yeah.
but
No, that's fire.
it's in there somewhere.
That's fire.
And yeah, he's.
What was your favorite Wayne album?
It was mixtape. Probably say Dedication 2. You know,
Fire.
Dedication 1, Dedication 3, The Drought 3. I mean, it
Yeah,
goes
all
on. No
crazy.
ceilings. You know, I mean, that whole mixtape era. And I was like, it was still like a little bit before my time though, so I thought I was cool in middle school. You know,
No, I definitely went
Yeah.
back.
It's like, oh yeah, listen to this shit. Y'all know about this shit, you know. But yeah. And then as I got older, I ventured off into other genres, just like I should have been doing. But I was on this rap, trying to be a rapper thing, so I only listen to rap.
Lil Wayne is impossible not to listen to. And
Yeah,
just try to be like,
but in the town I lived
whatever.
in, like, rap was super popular. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's
Yeah.
the biggest genre. But you know, people listen to other shit too. But I only listen to rap. And then eventually, I ventured off And you know, even listen to like 60s rock now, like The Doors, and you know,
Yeah.
listen to like a lot of indie music, bro. I listen to more indie music. Well, no, this year I finally dove back into like I'm like, yo, I'm tripping. Like I need to listen to more rap music. There was a point late 2022, so like a year ago, where I was only listening to indie music, like no rap, zero rap. I just like loved it. Actually, Men I Trust today of Spotify Wrapped was my #1 artist.
Damn.
Yeah, which is crazy. But I love them, bro. I love indie music. I think it kind of calms me down, and I think it kind of inspires my music to like have these good vibes.
There's a little feng,
Well, Men I
add a little
Trust
feng
is-
shui to the rap.
I don't know how much you know about Men I Trust, but like their music in a sense where my music is like you can be happy and sad to at the same time. It's like their music, you know? Like you can like I be listening to their shit, like happy as hell. Then I went to their concert actually a couple weeks ago in LA as a fan. Like I bought a ticket, obviously, and like I'm just sitting there and I'm like, bro, this shit is slow as hell. I don't know if I'm tripping because like
Yeah.
I usually go to rap concerts and we mosh pit. But yeah, I was like, bro, we're just standing here listening. Like it's great. But I'm like, damn, I thought we'd be like moving a little bit more.
Yeah.
But that's just how indie concerts are, I guess. I mean, it was a great time. I also went to a Beach House concert, the same vibes.
That's like
Love Beach House. But like, yeah, I also hit like a Stranger's Dad Pen though. And I was geeking. I was sitting there like watching, man. I shouldn't have done that. I was already drinking.
99%.
And I saw
THC.
some stranger like had it, and I was like, let me see what's up with
Do you
that.
smoke?
I do. You know,
Time to time.
I'm not smoking all day. You know, I used to smoke more, like they all say, but
Do people smoke all day in LA like that? Like, do you have homies that just like,
yeah, people smoke all day for sure. I mean, weed's more accessible. At least it was. So I feel like weed culture's bigger out there. But people smoke all day everywhere, though. People smoke all day in New York for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
But people smoke all day everywhere nowadays, and forever. But yeah, I definitely hit a dab pen. I was like, bro, I gotta lock in.
When did the
I don't know
indie
where
phase-
I am right now. I don't know who's next to me. I don't know what's going on. Don't hit a dab pen at a Men I Trust concert because I was geeked up. I'm sitting there like, I gotta lock the fuck in right now. I don't know. I'm sitting there like, this is time. She's playing music. I don't know. She could be speaking Spanish for all I know. I'm sitting there like, it's time. I need to know the words. You know, she's playing like my
Yeah.
favorite song. And I don't even know what's going on. I was like, oh shit, I fucked up.
When did the
It
indie
was
phase
only like
start?
10 minutes of that. You know when you like really get that high and you're like, and then it calms down.
Really
bit.
got to think about what's going
It's
on.
that dab pen, bro. It's not like weed. You know, I hit a dab pen. I hit that shit like, I don't know what I was doing, bro. But yeah,
When did that indie phase kind of start?
I don't know, bro. LA, bro. LA like gave me the indie shit, gave me the rock
adventurous.
shit. I felt like when I was driving through the hills of LA when I first moved out there, it was not meant for rap music. I didn't like it. It made me not like it. Weirdly. I was like, I need to be listening to Jim Morrison and The Doors right now. I feel like when you're driving through those hills, that's what you're meant to be. It's meant for classic rock. It's meant for like, that's just how I felt.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know, people feel that you're allowed to feel how you feel, you know. Now I'm cool with bumping whatever, but it was just weird. It was like some sort of aura took over me, and yeah, that was that. I mean, obviously LA has a huge history of music, which I was learning about, and one of them is the huge rock scene, you know. So it's like, I thought it was cool to be like next to these venues like Whiskey a Go Go, Viper Room that, you know, were cool back in the day, that like, you know, these rock bands kind of came up. You see all these statues, go to Guitar Center. I went to get my interface there and I see like, you know, all the rock legends. Jimi Hendrix was here.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, this is something I need to tap into as an artist. So yeah, was huge into it, you know. Even now, like, you know, Krogbin, I don't even know. I might have butchered that. I still don't know if I'm saying it right. You know, you got Men I Trust, Beach House, you know, Hers was a dope band. You know, I could go on, bro, you know, but indie music is great, bro. I feel like more people should listen to indie music for sure. It's just, I make indie rap. That's like what it's called. It's
Yeah.
alternative rap. You know, I don't make like this mainstream rap, you know. It's
Honestly, don't
it's
listen
not
to-
just rap.
Ton of indie. I'm gonna check out like a lot of the artists you're talking about because usually when I listen to a lot of rap, obviously, and then
Yeah.
when I'm not, it'd be either like jazz or like
Love jazz.
reggae, or just
Love
like
reggae.
different types of
Bob
dance
Marley.
music.
I mean, generic
Yeah.
answer, but not because he's the
No,
goat.
but he's the goat.
Yeah, he's the goat. I mean, it's not generic. It's
Yeah.
obviously
That's
I
just
listen to like other shit too, but I mean, when you're on the beach in California, I mean,
Dude,
I
Bob
would just
Marley.
put on Bob Marley's greatest hits and just let it rock.
I feel like when Bob Marley really clicked for me is like when I started just thinking of him in the realm of just like being a rock star too.
Yeah,
Because people think of him as just like just a reggae pioneer or like just as a more like even like spiritual kind of figure. But he was like in the 70s, like
going
making
crazy.
recording like his
Bringing
greatest
the world
albums in
together.
London.
Yeah.
With like the best rock producers. You know what I mean?
he was bringing the world together, bro, and that's super tight. In like a genre that wasn't worldwide so much
Yeah,
before,
at all.
you know. So showing the world a whole genre is legendary and super cool. So, and you know, I don't gotta say nothing to
Yeah.
add to his resume. I mean, he's just goated, bro.
Yeah. Have you been to places outside the U.S. like London or anything else?
Yeah, I've been a couple places. I've been to Italy.
Where in
I have
Italy?
family there. I've low key did a road trip throughout Italy.
Nice.
But it ended
That's
up
sick.
in Calabria, the southern part of Italy.
Yeah.
That's where my family's from. So I went to go visit them. Also did the Philippines. I got a bunch of family in the Philippines. My mom's
Really
from
far.
the Philippines. I'm half Filipino, half Italian. So yeah, I've been to Italy and the Philippines. Family both places. I've been to Paris, Switzerland. Super cool, bro. Super blessed to be able to do that. And yeah, just kind of been all over the country too, just because I drove here drove to LA
Yeah.
from here.
So did you stop in cities and stuff like that, or you were kind of just like, I gotta get there, and it was just like doing like 16-hour drives?
I stopped. Yeah, we made a trip out of it, bro. It took like a week.
Yeah.
I had friends across the country, and we stopped certain places and saw people. It was cool, man. It was a great time. It's a great
Listen,
time.
man. Do you speak Italian?
Nah, I
No.
don't. Nah, I wish.
I took
When you
Italian
go to a
once.
country like that, like do you feel like the culture there like feels natural to you, or is it like I'm an American? You know what I mean? Even though I'm like an Italian American, it's like I don't know. Like when I've traveled, it's like that's always like I feel like I'm not a patriotic ass dude at all. But when you're in another like place, you like
Yeah.
realize like the cultures are like really you grew
so
up in.
different. So you gotta rep a little bit. You gotta rep America.
I guess only if they're talking shit. Like when I was in like
Yeah.
when I was in London, like, I studied abroad there, and like
Oh, dope.
I usually don't have positive things to say about America like as a
Right.
whole
Until they start talking shit.
until some British asshole is like,
Yeah.
oh, you got fucking school
And you're
shootings.
just like, well, we're number one.
yeah.
You try to say we're number one. They don't like that.
Yeah.
It's the truth. I mean, in a sense, I feel like it's just kind of the center of the world.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. We got all these beautiful cities, great people. There's shitty people everywhere, bro. So we definitely got some issues, to say the least. But everywhere's got issues,
Yeah.
bro. You know, I mean, we'll leave it at that. But yeah, it's definitely crazy to go to a different country and see how different it is. But it's so beautiful. It's so cool.
One thing about Italy, I loved Italy when I was there. I studied abroad in Florence, and I traveled all around Italy too. The one thing that's crazy about Italy, bro, is how much people just like genuinely get dressed up when they're going outside their house too. Like that, you won't walk outside of Italy and someone's wearing sweatpants. Like you look like the most lazy individual ever.
I'm not.
in
Yeah.
Italian society. Like
Yeah.
everybody's wearing pants.
They don't
and
wear
like
shorts.
pleated pants.
They
No
don't wear
shorts either.
shorts, no.
Like very nice pants, tweed
Yeah.
pants too.
Yeah.
So it's like as when Americans are studying abroad, they're going outside and they're wearing sweatpants. You just look like a lazy fuck to everybody else.
Yeah, well, it's just cultures, man. You know, that's our culture. And yeah, out there, they're just a lot more proper and stuff. But it's what it is,
Yeah.
bro. They're not us. We're not them. But we you know, coexist.
Yeah, I
And it's
feel
super
like-
cool to. I love going out there, bro. I love it there, and I feel like an anthropologist out there, just like studying different
Yeah.
cultures. You know, I'm just like,
Where would you
that's how they do shit.
I've been to like Milan, but I feel like southern Italy is so much different. Like where would you? Because there's mad historic
Crazy.
cities. Like if you could only go to like one or two, like where would you?
I thought
tell,
my
like,
favorite
someone to
city,
go?
my favorite city in Italy that I've been to. I mean, I loved Milan, bro. It's a lot
Milan
like
is fire.
America. You know, it's not too
Yeah.
old. You know, a lot of places in Italy, you're like, yo, this is sick, but like, there's no Wi-Fi. There's nothing. You know what I mean? Like there's like I'm like I need some sort of connect to the rest of the world right now. You know, like or just like they got no air conditioning. And you're like, come on, bro. You know, like I love it out there, but it's just sometimes you're like,
Even
bro,
more
I'm
like
not
rural
trying to time travel. You know,
Yeah.
place like Milan, Venice is super cool. I love it there, but it's definitely a workout. You know, I've only been like I don't have like enough to like really like I don't have enough information.
Yeah.
You know, to compare. Like I know what I'm talking
Yeah, but it's
about.
like in your
but
experience.
I've been.
Yeah.
And yeah. I would live in Milan. I would live in Milan for sure. I would live anywhere in Italy, bro. I mean, the goal is to be an old man just with like a grapevine.
Yeah.
Like a what do you call them? Like a whole wine, like a whole
vineyard.
vineyard. That's what I'm talking about. A grapevine. A whole vineyard.
Little mom
In
and
like
pop
Tuscany, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, with like a little mom and pop shop selling coffee. You know, that's the goal in like the countryside, Tuscany. So that'd be nice. Eating prosciutto all day, little mutts, you know. So I don't need to live in a major city. It just I guess depends what era we're talking about of my life. Right now I live in Milan, you know. But I would live in Paris. I think Paris is my favorite place on earth. Low key. That's kind of a stretch. It's not my favorite place.
yeah,
Favorite place
fair.
outside of America that I've been to is Paris, I would say. I just thought it was super cool, and I love fashion, and I love fashion, and I love.
I guess you got a Paris Fashion Week.
I would love to be a Paris Fashion Week. I would love it. I don't think wasn't in the cards this year, but one day that'd be nice. You know, that's the goal. But I just thought it was beautiful out there. I don't know. Right now I'm chilling though. I mean, in America we take it for granted how big this place is. Like if you were to travel the distance between LA and New York in Europe, you'd be like 7 countries over, you know? So like LA and New York truly are different worlds. Like they shouldn't be the same country. The only thing holding us together is like the laws and the language, you know? I mean, there's not much else really in common, you know? Like it's the same culture, but is it? I mean, there's no Italians out there. I know that for sure.
Right.
I mean, I first moved out there and I said, "Where's the dollar pizza?" It's the first thing I said. I went to go get a slice, bro.
I said go get some dollar tacos.
I like went bro. Before I was stopped here, bro. Before I came here, I stopped and got a dollar slice, and it was my first time doing it. Like this time around, like this trip here, and I was just like, bro, like there's nothing like this, bro. This is heaven.
Yeah.
You walk in here, some guy's just making pizza, and he says $1.
It's probably the
and you
one
pay
thing.
him $1 and he gives you a slice of pizza and it's a good slice, and then you walk outside in the cold and you eat the shit. Like what else could you ask for in life, you know? You go out to LA, that's just not a thing. They don't got that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, they got tacos, they got burritos, like how we have pizza in every corner, they have tacos and burritos in every corner, and they're great. Don't get me wrong, I like pizza more. Just who I am. I'm Italian and I'm from here. That's how I grew up. So, you know, that's one out of a billion things that are different, you know, but like, it's just even like the type of people, bro, like nationalities even, like, you know, there's just, you know, it's a whole different world. So before even moving to Paris or something, I'm like, damn, I want to move to New York, you know, because that's like living in a different country.
Yeah.
Damn near, you know, if you were to move from New York to Florida tomorrow, it would be a whole different
Way different.
world. It wouldn't be moving to Jersey. If you move to Jersey tomorrow, like,
It
wouldn't
like
be
growing
that
up,
much of
like,
a shift, you know?
I feel like upstate New York. Like,
yeah,
a little
like
bit,
it's
like,
not that different because it's the same area, it's the same biome, you know?
Yeah.
You go to like the desert, it's not. You go to if you were to move to, you know, Tempe, Arizona tomorrow, it would not be the same, bro. Like, not even close. Or if you went from Arizona to, you know, Seattle. I mean, this is all the same country. Just I could talk about it all day because it just blows my mind.
No, yeah, it's really interesting. People don't think about how big the U.S. is and how diverse it is, like geographically too. Like
it's
like
insanity.
like Florida could be more similar to like somewhere in like Southeast Asia or like the Mediterranean, like Southern Mediterranean. You know what I mean? And then New York might feel like more like northwestern Europe or like, you know, some shit like that.
What blows my mind the most is just like how we're all on this earth. Like I was in Japan actually. I forgot about that. I was in Japan this year. Me and my friends went. I like saved up the money and I was like, I'm going. I had a free flight actually because I signed up for a credit card that I thought was a good deal. Wasn't a good deal. Not at all. Got screwed. I didn't know about APR and all that fun stuff.
But you got to Japan.
But I got the flight, so I'm like, all right, at least I'm going to Japan. Ran up that credit card though. But damn, I don't even want to talk about it now. But
talk about the trip, not the car.
but yeah, we went to Japan, and even out there, bro. I mean, that's a whole different world out there. But we're all just out here living the same lives, caring about the same things like family and doing what we love. And we're all just cool. Like most of the world is cool. You know, you don't know that, you know, but most people, if you were to just stop and talk to them on the street, they would relate to you. They would like chocolate chip cookies. They would hate, you know, when it's 2 degrees out. Like people, we relate on a lot more things.
Yeah.
Like most of the world.
Most people want the same shit. Like they want to survive, take care of their family, and then when
like,
that's taken care of, they want a little bit of comfort, some nice things.
I know, bro. Like there's millions and millions of terrible people that I don't want to be affiliated with on this world. But like, even if it was just like 15% of the world, which would be like, you know, almost a billion people, it's still only, that would mean there's 85% cool people, which is billions of people. You know, there's definitely a lot of terrible people on this earth for sure. But like, my point is that like, all over this world, we're all living the same life. It's crazy to me. I don't know, until you go to another country and you're like, bro, like it's the same shit. It's like, yeah, they're living in like a medieval castle, but like this mom is making sure her kid looks both ways. Mm-hmm. She doesn't speak English. She's not wearing the same, you know, but she's doing the same shit, and it's so cool to me, you know? Bears do it. You look at a bear. Yeah.
But it makes you think
they're
like,
making sure their kid walks across the street, looks both ways. It's crazy. I don't know, bro. This is just like the trippy side of me, just going on all day about this shit.
But it makes you think like what the 15% is driven by in your scenario.
I don't know, bro. People are just, I don't know, probably bad eggs or whatever you call
bro,
it.
Maybe I should study anthropology. Like, I feel like I studied history, so but like.
Oh, you did?
Overlap,
That's
but
sick.
yeah.
I'm slowly becoming a history buff. You know, like. Not there yet. I'm not like that stage of your life when you start to like read about wars. I feel like that's like a 30-year-old thing to do.
It's like a 30-year-old man thing.
You know, like you get a little older, you don't really got
Empire.
nothing to do. You're like, let me just read about the Ottomans. You know, like
Bro,
I'm not at that stage.
Doing that.
So people get it closer, and I know about it, you know, because I feel like it's good stuff to know. But like I'm not really at that stage in my life yet of like, I gotta know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but it's super fun.
No,
bro.
it's harder for me
good to know
really
history, bro.
Wrap my head around like really old shit, but I feel like in a way it can be more interesting because like what you're saying, like how even like other animals or people from the whole other side of the world really behave the same. Like you can look at earlier versions of humans. And they want the same thing.
They want the same shit, bro. It's trippy, bro. I mean, like, this is not real life, but, like, you watch Game of Thrones, which is set in, like, BC. It's all the same shit. They're fucking. You know what I mean? Like, they're, like, trying to get dinner.
Yeah.
And, like, they have plates. They have nice, like, plates they like more than other plates. And they cared about, like, how their curtains looked in their house. You know, like, this is all the same. It's the same shit, bro. All throughout history, bro. It's the same. Like, they cared about their fashion. It was weird. It was different, but they cared. And that's all that really matters, you know? It's so strange to me, you know? Like, yeah, they thought, like, certain shit was witchcraft and shit. They can't blame them. It was, like, they didn't even, you know what I mean? Like, they just, that was how they lived, you know? There's certain shit that they're like, I don't know about that one. Like, their way of thinking, you know? But,
you know,
I mean,
obviously,
to me so much shit like that. But at our core, we're all human.
There's probably shit that, like, we do now that people will look on.
Well, that's all nurture. You know, all the fucked up shit is all nurture.
Yeah,
but our
that's true.
But our
you mean
nature,
in terms of like actual like hate, like?
Well, yeah. I mean, even if you want to go there, I mean, you can go to like even like you know stuff like as bad as like homophobia and stuff like that. That's all nurture.
Yeah.
You know, but nature, all the way to the first human, we're all like the same, which is crazy.
I don't know. You know what's crazy when I started thinking about it, like. For a large majority of our entire lifespan as humans, mirrors did not exist. So nobody knew what the fuck they looked like.
Is that right?
Forever.
What about reflections though? And like,
yeah, true.
And
what
water
about like a
and
fucking
shit like
wand
that.
or like a piece of metal?
Oh, that could be true.
No, but in general,
Metal
like,
also was not a thing.
I guess
until a
people
long
also
time
weren't
ago.
worried about their appearance as
Yeah,
much. If you
I
gotta
feel like
just
they definitely knew
survive,
like what they
but-
looked like in a sense, because they drank out of rivers and shit, and you could definitely see yourself in the river, like when
Yeah.
it's or like in a lake. You
That
know,
Dude,
might
it's
have
also like you were saying, like whatever, like people wanted to fuck, like the human race had to reproduce itself, and like people wanted to look attractive
yeah,
for all of time.
yeah, we
so,
all, yeah, like we all, like it's like fashion, bro. It's like people are like, oh, I'm not into fashion, and like yeah, like
That
you
has
talk- when
always
you-
been crazy to me a little bit.
right, it is crazy, but it's really false, because you can be like, oh, I don't care, I step out of the crib, I don't care what I put on, I'm not into fashion. That might be true, like you're not into like London Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, but you chose what to put on, you looked yourself and said, I look fine. You know, no
Yeah.
one ever steps out of the crib like, I hate how I look.
like that was a decision.
And when you do, you can feel it. Like when I walk out of the crib in like jeans that are a little too tight, I can feel it in my bones. Maybe because I'm into fashion.
yeah,
but, like,
maybe I
feel
don't know
that
if
shit in
everybody
my
feels
bones,
it that
bro.
much, but
But I
No.
feel like people do. Like nobody's
I feel
stepping.
like it's true.
Even if you put on PJs, like you liked those PJs.
Yeah.
You know, like you didn't
You
go
felt
to you didn't
comfortable
go
in
to
those
Marshalls
PJs.
and say, I hate these.
Yeah.
I'm about to buy them.
they're
You
doing
know,
the
like
same
you're
thing,
like,
though,
all
yeah.
right, these are cool. Yeah, I could do these. You saw a white T-shirt and you're like, this is a good white. This is a good white. This is a, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like that's what that person feels
Yeah,
good in.
yeah.
So
It's still
everything is
fashion,
about
bro.
making
Fashion is
yourself
still
feel
fashion.
so you can be like the most confident version
Yeah.
of yourself.
Yeah, you could say you don't like music, but like you're gonna skip a song and then let one play eventually, you know. So it's like there's, you know, you're always into it in a way. you
Yeah,
know?
I always feel like weird about people that make blanket statements about like not liking a certain like type of art or certain medium, like
yeah. Blanket statements
or a
are
genre.
not-
Like I don't like. Oh, I listen to everything but country, but rap.
Yeah.
This shit-
Oh
shit
no,
like
bro!
that
I
is
ain't getting
weird.
into country. Actually, no.
Bro, you
man.
could definitely-
Country's
you
good.
would-
I
you
listen
could
to
Bro,
definitely
like
hear
that's the
country
thing
songs
about like
that you
growing
like.
up for me is
Yeah,
like
you're right.
it was always anti-country, and I don't listen to country, but like if
I
I'm
could
on,
get down
if I'm
with
on if I'm in West Virginia
Yeah,
for
exactly.
whatever reason and I'm around a bonfire for whatever reason, you put on some country, I'm not gonna complain, bro, because like that's
You're gonna
just,
tap your foot.
that's
Your
that's
foot
what that
might be
shit's meant
tapping.
for, bro. It's what it's meant for. Like I don't know, like I feel like there's so many beautiful cultures and in this, like we were talking about in this country and shit. Like when you're in Tennessee, like yeah, why don't you tap into some Tennessee
Yeah.
music? You
Yeah,
know,
setting
I
plays a
think-
big part in it for sure.
I
music
think
is all
people
about set and
also-
setting, bro. You can hear a mosh pit song. A lot of these, that's why like when music drops at midnight, you know, it's like a lot of these this mosh pit music and stuff like that. You hear it and you're like, you know, everyone's been through that. They're like, I hate this song. This
Yeah.
is not
Gotta
good.
hear
Then
the
they hear
environment.
this shit at a party, and they're like, whoa, this shit's actually this
Yeah.
shit's actually hitting. This
Wait
is
a
hitting.
second.
You know,
I-
like that's how it is, bro. It's all about set and setting, bro.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't fuck with country because their idea of it is it's just all about like beer and trucks and the troops.
Right.
And it's like I fuck with like working class country. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
I mean,
that
there's
old,
there's
like,
bad
folk
there's
music.
bad country, bro.
There's
I'm
bad
not gonna lie.
music,
There's
there's
bad
bad
everything,
everything.
bro. There's bad everything. That's why blanket statements on anything in life is anything, bro. Is not right, bro. For like 95% of things.
So there's some
you
right
know?
and wrong.
Some blanket statements, yeah, you're probably like, yeah, that makes sense. You know, like I can see that. Like,
Yeah.
like if you're Nazi, you're bad. Like that's a good blanket statement.
Yeah.
That's a good one. But obviously you know that. You know what I mean? Like but like most generalization is just not good, I would say. You don't wanna generalize. you
Yeah,
know?
but when you're getting into music, it's a really subjective.
yeah,
form
you
of
can't
art, so
you
it's just
can't
like-
generalize music if we're gonna talk about music, bro. You know, this it's like saying all rap is bad nowadays. Like who says like if you wanna find good rap, it's out there, bro, you know. So many great underground artists.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible for rap to be bad nowadays. Because if you're like, oh, I only like old school shit, like, bro, there's probably 10 kids in a 5-mile radius at least that make sick boom bap music in
Yeah.
the city right now. You
Yeah.
know, like, what are you talking about? Like, you guys gotta find it. You know, oh, I don't like rap. Like, nah, bro, it's a crazy statement.
Do you feel like it's easier to find nowadays than it has been?
I mean, it's been pretty easy to find since 2016, I'd say.
One thing I think is like an interesting thought, like to me that I've always had is like it's not always also just like the setting that you hear a song that like impacts how
Yeah.
you feel about it, but like also I like to think about like historically like what setting the artist was in. So like and it
Yeah.
can change a lot. So like for example, like because I listen to a lot of jazz and like I've like studied jazz in college and stuff like that. Not like playing, but like historically.
Cool.
And like people will think of it as like dinner music or something you hear at like a high school concert or like a college recital, but they don't realize like back in the day, like they were making that shit like in the club. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I was at a jazz club 2 nights ago in Bushwick.
Yeah.
Super cool spot. I love jazz music.
But like like that was like going to a club and hearing rap like now.
That's
you know
just
what I
it
mean?
was, bro. Yeah.
Like people were getting fucked up and like meeting people and like
I wish I was in that setting.
yeah,
In a
facts.
sense, I would love to like get fucked up and go to jazz club. But it's a thing, bro. That's a culture, bro. I mean, I was doing that last year. There was like this jazz thing every Thursday night in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my friends would pregame and we go. And
That's
we'd be
sick.
fucked
maybe
up.
maybe I do got to move to LA.
Bro, they got that shit out here for
Yeah, they
sure,
definitely-
bro.
No, they do.
I mean, the place I was at had a
more
bar.
like you got to find the spots with like the type of people you want to.
Anything you want to do is doable.
Yeah.
In a city
Especially
like this.
in
For sure.
in New York and LA.
In a city
you
like
gotta fuck with
LA, like
everything.
that's why I love living in a city. I could never fathom. To each their own, bro. But I could never fathom not doing it myself, like living in a city right now. I don't know. That's just me though.
That
bro.
is crazy. That is one thing I do also kind of agree with. That it's crazy to me that like people just don't want to live in cities sometime in their lives.
I mean, when you're older, I get it. I don't know. Right now, like
no,
I'm
but at some point in your life, some people are just like, I don't want to live in LA, New York, London.
Yeah.
It's just too overpopulated, too crazy, too busy.
hey
like
man,
I don't know.
there's too many people on this earth for everyone's want to live in a city, so it
I
all works
guess.
out, bro. Feel me? We all can't fit here.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
so
a
it's
good
like,
point.
you know, people grew up in, you know, Tennessee and shit. Like, oh shit, my
It's
lighter.
also like someone told
But
me like
you know, they want to that's who they are, bro. You know, I got people in my hometown, you know, that like, they just stay there, and that's completely fine. There's nothing wrong with it, you know. That's the life you live. I'm just saying, me personally, I couldn't. But yes, it's not. You know, you gotta think we work in entertainment, bro. Like, not
Yeah.
everyone does that.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you
but I
can't,
feel like even like I'd give it a shot at least, even if I didn't.
I'd
like
give it a shot, bro, for sure. But that's just me, bro. I've learned to just not care, you know, because like it could blow my mind, you know. But I guess as I've gotten older, and I know you agree, you know, it's like, who gets, you know what I mean? People are just gonna do them, bro.
Yeah.
That's fine, you know. Like
Yeah.
I don't get it, but it's completely fine, bro.
The
There's
one
so
thing
many
that
different types of people, bro.
Yeah, the one thing I don't understand, bro, is the fucking real estate people. The people that hate on people in New York that are like, y'all pay like $4,000 to live in a place that's like would cost like $1,000 in like
People are always gonna say shit
Montana.
about everything.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's like obviously because nobody wants to
Yeah.
fucking live in Montana.
Yeah, I mean,
Montana
that shit.
Montana
Is,
catching strays and this.
But Montana's
Yeah.
dope.
Shout out to
Like
Montana,
they got
man,
dope.
but
But,
I know
that
what you're
was just,
saying. Yeah.
yeah, but that's also just like a crazy statement too.
yeah, bro. People are like, oh, you gotta pay all this money, live in a box. This, you know, this ain't a box to me. This is nice, bro. You know, yeah, of course you pay.
That's
You
the
pay
thing,
this.
yeah.
You pay this money in you know, Texas, some parts of Texas or something. Yeah, you're gonna get 3
have a
times the
house.
square footage, bro. But like, to each their own, bro.
I mean, I
you
like
know?
just being able to walk like anywhere
Yeah.
I want to go, and like there's entertainment all around. And then, like you said, we work in some part of the entertainment industry too. So it's not just I want to live here because I'm fun. Like that's where my job is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a lot of times people think too like that like it's like introverts like a city wouldn't be for them. But I feel like there's just so much stuff you can do alone too. But yeah, it definitely is like to each their own.
To each
Somebody
their own,
also
man.
said to me like one of the things that you like really value when you're young, like a city like New York does great, and it's like does less so of like the things like older people value.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to try to like make it work. Like I would love to like have a family
In
here,
New York.
which I feel like is not a popular
man.
opinion.
I don't know. I would
See.
fuck with it a little bit. I
You
would
just
try
have
it
to-
out.
You just have to have the bread. Like
Yeah,
that's really all
you'd
it
have to
comes
have
down
it
to.
because everyone's like, I'd love to do that, but I'd want a brownstone in Dumbo.
Yeah,
and
you
like,
just have to
it's
have
like,
the bread.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be nice,
Which-
right? But
God willing,
Hey.
2023 is
hey, bro, you know, I'm not even worried. Like I said, bro, I'm just kind of rocking.
I fuck with the day by day mentality
I'm rocking,
too.
bro. I mean, like, yeah, like it'd be nice to have a family in Dumbo or
Day by
like,
day
New
is really
Jersey.
how
I don't
you
know
gotta
what
do
I don't know
it.
what I'm
We're
gonna
LA.
think, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm
Who
gonna think in
knows?
7 years. Like I don't know
Exactly.
what I'm gonna want. You know, I didn't know 3 years ago, bro. You told me that I would have been rocking these loafers. I would have been like, you're crazy. You know,
I know. I was pretty big on the low for trying to.
I wasn't. You know what I mean? Like just me. You know what I mean? So it's like you never know, bro. You know, like who knows what you're gonna want 7 years? Maybe in 7 years you'd be like, I'm not trying to live in Dumbo. You know, right
Yeah,
now you might
yeah.
want to live in Dumbo. Who knows, bro? You know, maybe you want to live in Manhattan.
They want to live in Montana.
Maybe you want to live in maybe you want to live in Montana.
Hey.
You know, and then you'll look back on this, be like, damn, I was tripping. Maybe I'll be making country music, bro. I won't be making country music, that's for sure. But nothing's for sure. Nothing's for sure, though. That's the thing, bro. So, yeah, man.
Yeah.
You got any shout outs or anything like that?
Shout outs, man. Shout out, you know, to my fam, man. Shout out to the fam. Good people. You know, it's nice to be home, bro. It's nice to be in the East Coast, back in Jersey, back in New York. So shout out to them, man.
Hell yeah.
3 bros, 2 parents. Aunt took my bedroom, but shout out to her still.
Hey, shout out. Well, bros, we'll have all socials for bro in the description. Check him out. Follow him on all socials. And if you made it this far, hit the fucking subscribe button. Pretty much it.
Peace.
Peace.